Hello one and all, it's Nerdcraft here, bringing you game one of a best of three series here, spawning on the, I'd say, northwestern position of Belshire Beach. Winter Edition is going to be our red Terran player, hailing from Team Prime in South Korea itself. It's going to be none other than GhostKing.prime himself, and his opponent spawning on the southeastern position is going to be our blue Terran player, none other than StarTale's very own Rainbow. So a TVT on Belshire Beach, and oh man, I just love TVT. I know a lot of people have a kind of hate for it because it's like, oh, it drags on forever, and you know, it just tanks and stuff inside in the middle, tank, Viking, Marine, you know, things like that. Well, it's been evolving quite a bit, especially with the emergence of Marine King Prime as a very dominant player within Terran. A lot of biocentric type builds have been being made in TVT and things like that. And of course, Ghost King being a teammate of Marine King, you know, Prime the team of kings, before you know it, they're going to have like Zealot King and Queen King. That wouldn't make much sense. Brood King or something like that. You know, stuff like that. It'd be really cool, I think. You know, Prime, the team of kings. Ha! And Beyond Prime has been practicing with Marine King quite a bit. I do know this because in the GSTL we've been seeing Marine King as well as the MLG been doing a lot of stuff that Beyond's been known for doing, and vice versa. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes down. And we see that Beyond is going to be putting a forward forward barracks up. So forgive me if I call him Beyond, because he was formerly Beyond Zenix Beyond of Team Zenix, of course, and that whole scandal went down in the ESV, the Korean ESV Weekly, and he said that, you know, there was a game thrown, a couple games were thrown so that he could advance, and, you know, he came out and said, you know, talk about a character coming out and say, yeah, I did this, I cheated, you know, punish me, things like that. And we can see that Beyond's going to get the, Ghost King, but ever since he went back on to Prime, he changed his name to Ghost King, and we see that Rainbow putting down the barracks and a factory right away from after that. We see that Ghost King, he got his orbital command up, and he is mining gas, but he's not really getting any gas units. Oh, never mind. He got Tech Lab and Marauder, so this is going to be a conch shell timing push, a proxy conch shell. Haven't seen this for quite a while. This is very good against some sort of early Hellion pressure, and we see that the Tech Lab is coming up here for Rainbow, so not going to have Hellions coming out. Rainbow scouting around, seeing if there's any proxies. He checked around his natural, but no, there is no proxies in your natural, so yeah, don't worry, you didn't find any proxies. You scouted the proxies right, you just scouted them the wrong way. Conch Shell just getting pretty close to finishing here. Probably going to push with the second Marauder, and then yeah, going to continue Marauder production, maybe even build a bunker with this SCV. And the Marauders here going up the ramp, there's no Marine over here to see this. He is instead over there making sure there's no sort of Banshee player, things like that. And we see that the starport coming up here. Then also on Rainbow going to see, oh crap, there are Marauders in my base. Going to be able to kill the SCV that's building that starport, so he's not going to be able to get those Banshees out, which would be very crucial in this matchup. He's being instantly pulled, man, sorry there. And we see that, you know, that Conch Shell really doing damage here. The Hellion trying to do as much damage as it can. Master Repair going down on that Hellion, but it's just going to be very hard for Rainbow to get down here, and that even microwaving away the Marauders that are a little wounded. The second Hellion is out, but there are no Marines, as another Marine is trying to get out here, trying to finish up this starport, because that's what Rainbow really needs. If he can finish that starport and manage to get a Banshee out, I mean, he's pretty much home free. And again, another SCV going down. How much SCVs have been killed here so far? 6 SCVs. The Hellions come in with the SCVs. Third Hellion coming out here. Repair going down on the Hellions, but the SCVs are just not going to be able to tank that much damage from a guy who shoots a massive grenade out of his arm. Seriously, going to be hard to tank damage from that. A Banshee is on its way, so Rainbow's going to try and see if he can hold off until this Banshee comes out, and that will pretty much be the deciding factor there for Beyond. Another SCV goes down, as well as another SCV. He only has 4 SCVs left here and just 3 Hellions. Man, 3 SCVs now. And looks like a single Marauder has gone down, and this one might be able to go down as well. Very nice control there from Rainbow. Going to be able to clean up these Marauders, but at what cost for him? 17 SCVs killed, and we have Beyond here getting his own starport with a Viking and a factory with a reactor on it. So I doubt he's going to go into Hellion production, but most likely going to go into like a lot of Viking production, things like that. And that Marauder is going to go down and not losing a single Hellion to that. The Banshee is now out and going to scout this barracks over here. It's going to be hard for Marauders to fight off Banshees, mainly because they have a hard time shooting up. Their guns are way too heavy for them to lift up. They try to lift up, but you know, it's just, then you get an unbalanced arm. Like, his right arm is just massively huge, and his left arm is like small and dinky. I'm pretty sure someone could make a masturbation joke in there, but you know, I'm not going to. The Viking for Ghost King is on its way, and he did go for reactored Hellions, and the Viking's already out. They're going to be able to easily deny that Banshee. He can even land the second Viking here to stop those Hellions, and he's going to land the first one. The second one is already out here, going to be able to again deny this Banshee quite easily. And I don't see how Rainbow is going to be able to come back from this. Rainbow's essentially been forced all in, and now that his all in is not going to be able to work here, we have a barracks flying over Rainbow's base. They're going to be able to see everything, and SCVs coming in for the repair on these Vikings. The Banshee was shot down, so you know, now there's no way to. The Banshee's been shot down, so you know, that really good Marauder killer, which doesn't really matter because we don't have Marauders on the way. There's the GG from Rainbow. He knows he's lost the game, and the first game of this best of 3 series is going to go to GhostKing.prime in a fairly convincing way. I mean, he did that really early Marauder pressure there, and he got, again, he killed 17 SCVs with that. That is pretty much 17 SCVs before the 10-minute mark, or before the 9-minute mark, actually. It's going to be pretty one-sided, a very, very heavy uphill battle. We even had Ghost King here putting down a second command center. So yeah, Rainbow, just a little lack of scouting there from Rainbow is going to pretty much decide the game. So my name is Nerdcraft. Stick around for game number 2. I'll see you guys then.